I work for a 107-year-old startup. It was invented by this guy, Thomas J. Watson. And we've got a history of automating things, of changing the way that the world works and having technology that terrifies people about the way the world is going to affect jobs and automation and fear. And there was a guy that had exactly the same idea. Many of you won't know this. There was a guy called Josiah Wedgwood. He was a great-grandfather of Charles Darwin. And he invented the first automated production line for ceramics, you know, the blue vases? And he invented the idea of this shop in 1759. He said we should have shops that are like these museums, this mass market luxury. White pillars, there's expert bars at the back, and the products are on display, and it should be absolutely gorgeous, and it should be all about being the customer first. Steve Jobs came out 200 years later, said we should launch mass market luxury. It should be white pillars, and it should be changing the way that technology works and putting products at the front and center of everything we do. The more things change, the more they stay the same, right? So I want to talk to you about what it is that we've done with that, with technology, why having fun and changing the world is important. We spend $6 billion a year on research. We've got 5,000 research scientists. We registered 9,000 patents last year, 1,400 were in AI. I'm going to talk to you about them today. We've got 6 Nobel Prize winners. Slightly ironic that the Nobel Peace Prize was invented by the guy who created dynamite. We'll get into that later on. But it's all about having fun. And there's a little bit of a video I wanted to show you. There's a gorgeous clip from Stephen B. Johnson, anthropologist. And he put it better than I could ever think about. If you want to look to where the future's going, who do we listen to? You can follow him on Twitter. He's an amazing guy, @Stephen B. Johnson.
You'll find the future wherever people are having the most fun.
So I want to talk to you about how we've had fun with technology and what it is, because 20 years ago, we had fun. We created this thing called Deep Blue. It became Watson. Gary Kasparov said, IBM's destroyed my life. This was the tipping point of artificially intelligent machines doing wonderful new things. He described it as a $10 million alarm clock. But he talked about how this is all going to change the way that the world works. Now, we put that technology, we moved to 2008, we start to build Watson. You all know what Watson is. We put him to practice in 2011, win the world's hardest game show, beat the 2 top players in the world. We had some fun. We built Watson for a laugh. This is sarcasm, humor, pop culture, references, just trying how you get that natural language to understand how to engage with an AI in a completely different way. And as soon as it worked, we put it straight into oncology. In Memorial Sloan Kettering to try and figure out how to help physicians diagnose 5 different cancers. And that's where we put the majority of our research now. Because you can have fun, but you can change the world at the same time. Now, this computer that we've created is pretty cool because just 2 weeks ago, we had another evolution. I think it's a revolution. This is IBM Summit. This is the size of 2 tennis courts, 27,000 processors. This does, in one day, what a human would take 13,000 years. Think what that's going to do for the medical research healthcare, for diagnosis of drugs, of trying to do research cycles. IBM Summit's just ridiculous, 27,000 processors. And you can get access to it. But we're still having fun. We're creating dresses for Marchesa. We do trend forecasting for Chanel and Prada. We even fed in all of the years going back 25 years to figure out the different fans that they've got, and the social media change the color of the dress based upon their mood. And then we worked with Rihanna's producer, Alex the Kid. Imagine Dragons, this incredible guy, 5 years of his fans to see how they reacted to the news. We did the world's first AI-powered pop song. It's a pretty good song.
Not easy. It's not easy breaking your heart.
And then we came from Wimbledon. I've just come from there today. This year is the first year that an AI 100% created every single highlight package you will see on TV. Watson, with no human involvement whatsoever, within 15 minutes, watches every single game, creates the highlight package, kicks them out, not just to automate jobs, but to help Wimbledon do their jobs even better, to focus on their customers. You can actually go and check out the same technology now. Go on Fox Sports. You can see the FIFA World Cup highlight machine. You can put in anything that you want, and what Watson's done is he's looked at every single second of footage going back to 1958, and he's tagged it.
Maguire, what a goal that is! John Stones with it! England make the breakthrough!
Once it's coming home, you can ask Watson, show me any player, any game, any flag, any foul, any card, and in 6 seconds he's going to make you a highlight clip. I'll show you how you can get it later on. It's one of the most impressive uses of video tagging AI I've ever seen. It only came out 2 weeks ago.
Hello, Dan. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today.
And just 10 days ago, we created Project Debater. This is the evolution of Watson. This beat the two most prolific debaters in the world with a 4-minute presidential-style debate of a computer. We even fed in ums and ahs, and oh, I don't know. And Watson like, let me think about that for a second. And they were so flummoxed by the fact they were engaging with a computer in natural language. Now, why is this important? You're like, Jeremy, fucking hell, stop showing off. 30% of browsing behavior is going to be done without a screen by 2020, 1 million devices an hour added to the internet. It's important to understand how this technology works. And I'll never forget the first time that I was stood in front of this, seeing marketing technology used for the same time, combining all those APIs we just saw. And a very small man that ran a lot of big agencies until recently said, what you just did. In 17 minutes, took my agency 30 days to do. It's going to revolutionize marketing. So when I think about intelligent machines and revolution and evolution, I'm looking at stuff like this. This is quantum computing. It's only stable for about 3,000th of a second before it falls over. But in 5 years' time, it's going to be quantum systems that are able to train AI. Now, why is that important? Because there's going to be 40 times more data by 2021 that we've got to cope. Humans can't keep up. So I like to think about Garry Kasparov. He said the best combination is a human plus a machine. But I think technology is nothing. What's important is that we have faith in people, that they're good and they're smart, and you give them the right tools, like Watson. They'll do something amazing with them. He'll finish.
Our humanity is not defined by any skill, like swinging a hammer or even playing chess. There is one thing only human can do. That's dream. So let us dream big. Thank you.
Dream big, everyone. Thank you.